In a quarter mile, turn right onto Beatty's Road.
Oh my God! Whoa! My friend's property is completely underwater. I wish I could show you guys, but I can't.
Take the next right onto Beatty's Road.
There goes that farm. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my
Continue
gosh.
on Beatty's Road for 1 mile.
Flooding is rotten. Okay. The reason why I'm bringing you guys on the field trip this morning is because I found a beautiful scenic road and I wanted to bring you guys down it. So this morning I feel a little rough on the edges, so to speak. Like, I don't know if you're on Facebook, but I always put how I'm feeling up on Facebook. So I spend a lot of time on Facebook and YouTube for the most part. But anyway, there's this really, I'm sorry for my camera lens and stuff, but there's these really beautiful tunnel bridges I want to show you. So let's take a Sunday drive Thursday morning, because I want to find this road. Can you see that? Sorry, my
Mile, turn right onto Greenwich Church Road.
Sorry, I can't hold my cell phone and drive at the same time. I wish I could. To my right is nothing but open fields for as far as your eye can see. Just acres. Hey, Hachi, get a load of where I live. All right? I'm sorry I'm not moving the camera around, and it's limited.
Take the next right onto Greenwich Church Road, then turn right onto New Jersey 173 West.
I'm trying to find this one road I was on a few weeks ago. Alright, I don't know if you can see, but right, again, it's just fields. Sorry. Now, which way do I go here? I think I go right.
Take the next right onto New Jersey 173 West.
But I don't want to go 173. There's another road I want to take you guys on. Great, now I got Coors behind me.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Voorhees Road.
I think this is the road I want coming up. I don't know if you can hear the maps lady, but right now the maps lady and I are getting along. Usually I have a certain name to call her, but I won't say it right. I won't say it right now. Get along. So right now it's just fields where we are. I think this is the road with all the tunnels.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Still Valley Road.
I can't even make it. Oh no. Oh, no way. Road flooded. It doesn't, it's closed. I want to see. I can always turn back around. But you guys have got to see how beautiful it is out here. Now, I know I can turn my car around on this road if I must. But if we can get through, I want to show you.
Take the next left onto Still Valley Road.
I didn't realize the flooding was that bad. I kept getting warnings last night. But I didn't pay mind to them.
Continue on Still Valley Road for 1 mile.
So you want to come find me? I'm off hiding in a field somewhere. And quite literally. So, like where I live in town, like it's a small little town in town. And then all the other surrounding areas look just like this. There's nothing around them at all. Just fields, agriculture, Cows, horses, goats, sheep. I think this is the road. I'm not sure if you guys can see it very well. But when I went to court the other day, I think this was the road I took. It's not coming out well. It just looks dark in the camera. It's one of the tunnels. This is one of the tunnels. Look at this, guys. I'm like a kid in a candy store. Look at this tunnel. Hold your breath, everybody. We're going in. Okay, there's one. There should be another one coming around. Hachi, seller, thank you for your generosity, seller. Also, Hachi, there were a couple weeks back where you saved
In
my
1,000
tickets too.
feet, turn right onto Municipal Drive.
I think there's another tunnel coming up. There should be. This and around here is absolutely beautiful. Wow, look at the flooding. We could go whitewater rafting out by me, guys. All you need is a tube. Wow.
Take the next right onto Municipal Drive.
Okay, I guess I won't be finding the other tunnel, but there's another longer tunnel around here, and I can't go that way. So, I can't see either. You know what? So long as we don't get hit by any cars. Alright, hang on one second, guys.
Continue on Still Valley Road for 3/4 of a
Let me
mile.
get rid of map quest. Okay, there we go. We're going to turn around and go back because I can't go down the other road that has a second long tunnel. But this and around here, this reminds me of Lebanon, New Jersey, which Lebanon, New Jersey is literally a spit away. Like if I spit, it would land in Lebanon, New Jersey. This house here, I don't know if you can see that. Look at the wood. I think he like carves wood for coffee tables, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know. I gotta slow down sometimes and just look around me and enjoy the scenery. And I really wanted to show you guys what it looks like around my house. Like I said, I live like in town. It's like got, I don't know, 20, 30 houses. And then on the outskirts of it, it's all farmland. Alright, well I better get going. Because the guy behind me looks like he needs to get to work. And I'm Sunday driving on a Thursday morning. But I love going on these little scenic drives and stuff. Ooh, there's a road we need to go down. Edge Road. But so this is what it looks like where I live. For the most part.
In a quarter mile right onto Voorhees Road.
I do live near a major city. I don't want to say what that major city is, but it's cool because I'm out in the boondocks here, right? But if I travel like
Voorhees Road.
that maps lady is still running in the background, it's pissing me off.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto New Jersey 173 East.
I turned the Google lady off and she's still not listening. Okay, guys. Hang on one second. I'll be right back. Oh my gosh! Can you see me now? Oh my gosh, trying to turn off the maps. I turned it off like 3 times. And it still was popping up on my cell phone. I gotta go get Kratom this morning, so I'm gonna bring you guys with me. Woke up and the destruction programming, the sabotage programming, right off the bat kicked in. So I'm reminding myself I don't hate Holly. I am not going to make her suffer. She has been through so much as it is. I'm not going to make it worse for her. I was supposed to, I think, go that road. Yeah, we're going to get lost, guys, because I don't know where I am anymore. I haven't been down this road. I've only lived here a year and a half. There's a ton of roads I've never been down. But I guess this is the rich section of where I live. Huh. All right, can I turn around here? I hope I can. This is a church parking lot. Hey, it's a church parking lot. I fit right in. I remember, and oh, did I tell you guys about Angelica, New York, when the trolls tricked me and I fell for it, and they had me drive from Maryland all the way up to Angelica, New York, and when I got to this guy's house, I kid you not, I looked around, I was like, I was tricked by trolls. First of all, let me rewind. I was looking for a place to live to get the hell out of Maryland and fast. So there were these trolls online, and what I didn't realize, they had different IDs. Hey, it's Frozen Fury. How are you, sweetheart? It's so great to see you. I hope you're still playing your guitar. And anytime you want to write a song for us survivors, Frozen, I will share it with my group and promote you. But I do promote you anyway. It's good to see you, Frozen. I love you, honey. My love to you and your loved ones and fur babies too, if you have them. I got to see you the other day in my chat, but it's been a while. What was I saying? I was saying something else. Greta! Yeah, Hachi got me in trouble again. Oh, well, that's what I was saying. So I was trying to get out of Maryland, find a place to live, and I was coming back to Jersey. I knew that. But the trolls tricked me, and I was stupid. I fell for it. And you know that one certain group of trolls that's always after me. One of them is a super soldier I remember being trafficked with, and she's rotten to the core. She is. Anyway, I believe it was her group of friends. So I traveled 6 hours. I got Meek Mom on the phone, which I should give her a call. I haven't talked to her in a year. And praying doesn't count as talking to someone, Holly. You have to pick up the phone to talk to them. So that's what I try to do, is if I think of you guys, I try to call you instead of just thinking and praying. Like, actually pick up the phone, even if it's for 2 seconds, to say, hey, I'm thinking of you, but I wanted to call you and let you know that. So anyway, I traveled 6 hours from Maryland all the way up to Angelica, New York, out in the middle of nowhere. All the signs, Abba was throwing me signs all the way up to Angelica, New York. That was right before, because I was going to go there. And instead whatever. So I get all the way up there, I get to his house, and as soon as I walk in, okay guys, I'm lost. I don't know where I am. Oh, yes I do. Oh, geez, this is my street. Okay, I'm back on my street. I'm just at the other end of it. So, I get all the way up to Angelica, New York, and this guy is renting like a redone barn or whatever, so he's got the first floor, and I was going to rent the second floor. I get all the way up there, and something strikes me weird. It was, see, the drive from Germantown all the way up to Angelica, the street signs, the numbers, everywhere my eyes were looking, Abba was like shooting a sign at me, and everything was just clicking. Well, finally I get up to his house in Angelica, and I walk in the house, and I was like, dude, you never cleaned this place for me to come up well, I need more time, whatever. I took one look at him, and I'm thinking to myself, he's a bubblehead. Then I see, when I'm standing there talking to him, I see this weird car. It was a service electric car go down the street, but it slowed up when it got in front of his house, and the driver kept looking at his house. I'm standing there, like, meeting this person face to face for the first time. I had my security deposit, I had rent, I had my cat and dog, I was ready to move in. But I get up to the house, I see the house is a disgusting pigsty. Disgusting. His dog is jumping all over me, and he's not doing anything about it. I go to use his bathroom. When I'm finished, I go to flush the toilet. It doesn't flush. I was in his house all of 15 minutes. I kid not. I was in his house for about 15 minutes. And then, sorry guys, it's see out the window right now. Um, so about 15 minutes in, I'm like, listen, I gotta go outside and make a phone call. So I go outside, I make several phone calls. I call up Russ Dizdor's SIIU team. I had like 5 people tracking me the whole time, the whole way. Like if I had broken down, my support system would have known exactly what mile marker of what highway or road I was on. So I know how to move about in that capacity when it's... So I go up, I go outside, I'm making my phone calls, and I'm telling the SIIU team as well as my support system, I can't stay here. I think SRA's group of friends tricked me, and I was stupid. I fell for it. I really don't even want to be in New York. Ultimately, I want to be back home to New Jersey. So they were like, Holly, get in your car and leave. I'm like, I've got no place to go. You don't understand. Like, my home right now is my car. There's no place in Maryland to go back to. And no offense, there was no way, no fucking way I'd ever go back to that place in Maryland. Not with those people handling me and turning my life upside down and not even caring. Of course they didn't care because it never put them out. It always put me out. They bounce me around so much. I can't take that kind of bouncing around. Instability, inconsistency. I can't live like that. So anyway, I go back inside to this guy's house, and I said to him, I said, I'm going to go upstairs and check out the room. I'll be right back downstairs. So I had gone up. The room was disgusting. Disgusting. That much of dog hair across the entire carpet. What he had said about me renting when I went there to see it was 2 totally different things. So I was at his house less than 30 minutes. I went upstairs, grabbed my dog keeper because I left her upstairs. Grabbed her, grabbed my cat, walked down his stairs, out the front door, past him because he had the bottom half. I was supposed to rent the top half. So I grab my pets, walk out the front door, across the property, put my pets in the door. And once I get my pets in the car, I hear him, is everything okay? Yelling at me. I proceeded to put my out of his driveway as fast as I could put it in reverse, and I left. I went down the street a ways. I was disheveled and upset because then it had dawned on me I was tricked by the trolls. I had nowhere to go at that time. I sat in a church parking lot for about 45 minutes to get the anxiety and panic to calm down and to get my head in gear. And I thought, shit, I'm really screwed now. And at that point, I drove from Angelica, New York, back to New Jersey. I stayed in a hotel, and the manager told me if I didn't have a place to go, he would let me stay there for a month and only charge me half of the cost. I'm like, nah. I'm like, I gotta find a place to live. So I was gonna get like a Roach Coach Mattel because I like the Roach Coach Mattels would be like cheaper, but really they weren't. And I wanted to be in a safe place, so I stayed in a hotel for here in New Jersey. I stayed in there for 3 weeks or 4 weeks. I was in a hotel for a month and a half between Maryland and me moving back here home to New Jersey. That was a rough time. That's why I'm in no rush to leave, move, or anything else. Because for that whole year, 2019, with that Christian family bouncing me around at their whims, like it really put a toll on me. And like I said, when I finally got my place in February, February 2020, February 22nd of 2020, Matt Spears and the twos, but also two in Hebrew means blessing. It took me 10 months to unpack once I got back home to New Jersey. I mean, every month I was bouncing around in Tennessee, Townsend. Oh man, because my cousin's house had nothing but bed bugs. There were 2 times I had to leave her house because of the bed bug situation. And after the second time, or the third time I left her house, I was like, that's it, I ain't coming back. And I rented a place from my friend Greg, which was also a mutual friend of my cousin's at the time. But I rented a place from him for a couple of months so I didn't have to bounce around. But I'll tell you, in 2019, I'm not kidding. Every month I was moving to a new place. Every month. And even once I got to Maryland, I was still coming back to Jersey every month. So I was still bouncing around. I spent a week in New Jersey and 3 weeks in Maryland. I think of that stuff all the time. But I don't really have anything important to say this morning, except I'm just trying to make it through the destructive and sabotage programming because right now, like, I feel it coming on. In that I don't want to sit around and do nothing today. I want to be productive, and the sabotage and destructive programming, the last thing you are is productive. You're actually the extreme opposite. So I want to be productive today. I got one viewer. I know I'm not talking about anything interesting. I'm talking to Abba about the tribulation. Because, September 12th. How about we talk about the tribulation, what I think Abba showed me, and what I've been talking to Abba about. Could we do that? But I want to run in real quick. Could you do me a favor and babysit my brown-eyed girl? I'll be right back. Could you imagine if somebody else's car, you guys would be behind your computer. Hey, hey, no, that's Ollie's car. Get out. Keeper, run. Bite him, Keeper. Excuse me. I'm not swallowing that, okay? I noticed when I was a kid, because I always had terrible asthma and allergies, when I would cough up phlegm, sitting in class in junior high, and I was bullied in school, but sitting in class always hacking up phlegm. I mean, how many times are you going to get up and go to the front of the classroom to spit it out in the toilet? Or how many tissues you're going to use? I mean, it's just so gross, and always hacking and coughing up this stuff. But I noticed when I was trying to cover up my asthma and allergies, I would cough, and then whatever came up, I would just swallow right back down. I was a kid. I was awkward. And I would always get sick because I would swallow it. But now as an adult, I realized once I got older, I was like, you know what? It's not worth it to not spit it out because I get sick. If I want to get sick, when I cough, I'll swallow the phlegm down. But if you spit it out, then you won't get sick. But as a kid in junior high or high school, the last thing you want to do is every 2 seconds walk up to the front of the classroom in front of all the other students, grab a tissue, spit out your phlegm in the garbage, and grab a tissue, blow your nose, and make sure you don't have anything hanging off your nose or chin or whatever, and then walk back to your desk and sit down. When I was a kid, it was horrible going to school because of the asthma and allergies. I felt so humiliated and embarrassed. But now as an adult, I think to myself, I don't care what I look like or sound like. I'm not going to do anything to make myself sick. Let's talk about tribulation. I wish the traffic would die down because I would take you to a certain spot. Tastes god awful, but is non-addicting. Jamie, I gotta give you a call back. Thank you for what you did for me. I will give you a call back today. Sorry I haven't picked up your calls. Sometimes altars, they get awkward. I don't know how else to say it. So, back in 2013, I had started telling God, I want to come off my pain pills. I got rid of a boyfriend. I dated this one guy for 5 years, and I kid you not, for 4.5 of those years, we never kissed, never had any intimacy, or you know what I mean. But in 2013, I started cleaning out my life, and I started turning to Heavenly Abba, and Heavenly Abba, that's when, in 2013, was when I had the dream that Yeshua HaMashiach returns to this earth. If my memory serves me. But I have always, my entire life, felt that I will see Yeshua HaMashiach return with my 2 eyes. The way I'm looking at you right now is the way I'd see him return. Or at least in the dreams I was given, that is the impression that I've been left with. So every year, 2013, I had this ongoing joke. I was like, I'm going to be 29 forever. And when I turned 40 years old, it was the 29th Nissan. And I don't know about the Nissans and stuff. I'm not sure if that's Hebrew or occult or who knows about those Nissans. That's something else for me to learn. Good morning, Babu. It's good to see you. So, when I turned 40, 29 forever. When I turned 40, Abba had given me this dream right before my birthday. He had given me a dream where I was sitting at my dining room table in my house, and Kurt was there, my godmother Judy was there, Stu was there, and there were two other people there. I think my attorney was there. This was a kicker. I had a dream about these people in my dream, and then fast forward a week or two later, I had turned 40 years old, and who's actually literally sitting at my dining room table? My attorney, my godmother, my best friend, the guy, Kurt, that I was in love with since I was 14 years old in high school, and then one of my other friends. But we had gone out to a restaurant for all of us to eat. But a few weeks before that, Abba had given me a dream where I was at my dining room table with these people, and I would blow out my candles. And as soon as I blew out my candles, I would see the spirit of Yud-Heh-Vav. Hey, how do you say? Maybe I saw the Holy Spirit. I saw the Holy Spirit and people sitting at my dining room table. So as soon as I blew out the candles, we put the cake away, and all of us got out our guns, swords, and knives, and we started sharpening them and started filling up the magazines and getting ready to go off to go to war. So ever since my 40th birthday, I've always asked Heavenly Abba, is it going to be this year? Is it going to be this year? Hey, you want to go kayaking one day, Babu? We could meet at the place and go kayaking together and then leave. Who am I going to go with, Babu? I would want to go. I mean, I'll go alone. I do things by myself all the time, but yeah. You know what I always wanted to do, Babu? And don't take this the wrong way. I always wanted to go on one of those kayak trips where you go out in the middle of the night and you look at the full moon. Good morning, Brooke. I got to get back to you. The past couple of days, I've been giving my cat, dog, and myself flea baths and trying to fix up my apartment. I didn't have flea and tick stuff for my cat and dog this summer, so I gave them a bath yesterday, or the day before. I still want to go through my house and clean it up and make sure everything's okay. I really want to do the broadcast with you, Brooke. And I'll work around your time clock. But Babu, if you want to ever do something like that, boy, I would love to have somebody to go with, honestly. And like I said, we could meet there, you know. Hey, good morning, Karen. It's great to see you. So on my birthday every year at 8:18, after I blow out the candles, I ask Heavenly Abba, is it going to be this year that the tribulation commence? And I'm under the understanding the tribulation is 7 years long. I know people say 3.5 and all that is this other stuff, but I've always looked at Abba doing things in a 7-year long time period. So last year when I asked Abba, is the tribulation going to commence this year? Abba gave me a sign. And in the sign that he gave me, it said I'll have another year. And I know it's going to sound weird, but he gave me a sign that we'd have another year. And the sign that he gave me was a literal sign. I used to crew for Forbes hot air balloons. I still have my crew shirt. Well, I'm not saying Forbes themselves, but all the other people that have ballooning companies, I used to help them hot air balloon and be their crew. So this stuff interests me. And there's a festival that's held around here with the balloons, the hot air balloons. Well, it just passed. It just passed. So last year, Abba said, Holly, we're going to have one more year. And he showed me a sign. And last year, the sign he showed me was a sign that was promoting a balloon festival that was going to occur this year. Okay, so they throw the balloon festival. And at the end of that festival, they put up another sign for the balloon festival to again happen the following year. When it happens the following year, you go to that festival, and as soon as you're done with that festival, they got up another sign for when they're coming back a year later. Does that make sense? So I saw the balloon festival sign, and it said, yeah, we'll be back again next year. Hey, Bug Bouncer, good morning, honey. So this year, 2021, this year, they just had the balloon festival. And I'm like, Abba, I know it's not my birthday, but we're getting kind of close. You know, I'm going to ask you, does the tribulation commence this year? I kind of don't want to ask you, Abba, because this year, I've heard a lot of people's opinions and stuff, and I don't want that to influence anything that I do with you. I want to make sure I hear your voice loud and clear and not anyone or anything else's. Well, already this year, it hasn't even been my birthday, and I've been asking him about I've been asking Abba about tribulation recently. It's not my birthday yet either. But God, the sign for the balloon festival to happen in 2022, it's not there. And I keep asking Abba, you know, please send me a sign, please send me a sign. So far, I'm not getting a sign. I'm not getting a sign that we're going to have another year or anything like that. I'm not getting any signs. So I'm really concerned the tribulation is going to commence. The only sign Abba gave me was Adam's birthday, and that doesn't make sense to my question. If I ask Heavenly Abba, does the tribulation commence this year? His answer should not be back to me, Adam's birthday. Man, Babu. Oh, wait, let me go back. Hot air balloons. Oh, man, hot air balloons are a lot of fun. I've been up in one a few times. So that would be the end of the trib. No, we haven't entered into the tribulation yet. None of the trumpets have sounded. None of the seals are opened. None of the bowls have been poured. We haven't seen anything yet. We've seen nothing yet. No. Tribulation is going to be a 7-year long period. When I ask Abba, is the tribulation going to commence now? I'm asking him, is it going to commence this year? Is the start of the tribulation going to start right now? And then we have 7 years long of tribulation. Now, I know Tom Horn and all these other people say, oh, it's 3.5, 3.5, 3.5. Well, maybe the worst part of it is 3.5. I'm not going to get into all these other things because people need to understand the Bible first before I can really get complicated. So let me keep it simple. If Abba comes back to me and says, yes, the tribulation commences this year, that means for the next 7 years, we are going to be in tribulation for that 7-year long time period. That's it. Revelation is starting to come true. The 7 letters were sent out. The lady and the dragon already appeared in the sky. So we're going to have 7 years of tribulation. There's no pre-trib rapture. 3.5 of those years are supposedly going to be the worst, but I know it's a 7-year long time period. Abba does things in 7. So maybe I'm not speculating on anymore. I just want to know when the tribulation commences. And then during that 7-year period, Abba can say, all right, the seal, it's being opened. All right, Holly, do you hear the trumpet? Holly, follow me. I'm leading you out of here in the second Exodus, and I am going to protect you. But it's based on that. Now, you guys may have a different opinion or a different approach. You guys might think that the seals are already broken and the trumpets have already sounded. No, they haven't. I have to say, from what I've seen and what he tells me, no, they haven't. We're not going to be confused when the seals open, the trumpets sound, and the boars are poured. There's not going to be any confusion. We're not going to have to do any guessing games on that one. You know, I've heard a lot of people say, oh, well, the seals started opening a long time ago. A long, long time ago. No. There have been ministries saying, Holly, the trumpets are sounding. Don't you see how bad the world is? No. Until it is literally on your front doorstep, then we ain't in tribulation, because the whole entire world is going to go through it. Not just certain pieces and groups of people. All of us on the face of the earth are going to go through it for that whole 7 years. Now, I used to think, I don't think it anymore. I used to think that the 2 witnesses would come right at the beginning of the tribulation and prophesy for 3.5 years. And then when that was done, then other things would happen. But I don't think that anymore. I don't. But see, that I think that's important that I give you my definition of what I'm looking at, so it makes sense to you. What was 5 years ago? God said, don't listen. You know what, Brooke? I'm confused. Wait. We don't have another year, then that would mean tribulations. No, tribulations has not begun. Tribulations hasn't begun. Jesus hasn't returned. None of that. When I ask Heavenly Abba, is the tribulation going to begin? That's going to be the beginning of 7 years, not the end. We haven't even seen Nibiru. This whole world is going up in flames. We haven't seen anything yet. Tribulation is going to commence. I just want to know what year it starts. Is it going to be this year? Because so far, it wasn't last year, the year before, the year before, the year before. I know, because I've been asking. But no, the tribulation hasn't even kicked off yet. Good morning, Jacob. It's good to see you. We haven't seen anything yet, guys. We haven't seen anything yet. This is nothing. We're still walking in the park right now. We are. We're still having a picnic right now. If you think that we've been going through tribulation for the past 7 years, man, I hate to say it, but you're going to have a really harsh wake-up call going forward. This is not tribulation. Until everybody on the face of the map is feeling it at the same time. That's what the Bible says, right? Look at the days of Noah. Everybody went through it. It was only Noah and his family that were spared. Everybody was wiped off the face of the earth. We still have our population. We haven't lost a third. Look at, I don't have my Bible on me, but when you look at the seals and you look at the trumpets and they start saying the statistics, a third of mankind is wiped out. I haven't seen a third of mankind wiped out. We still have what? We still have over 7 billion people. Okay, until a third of 7 billion people is... This ain't tribulation. This ain't tribulation. This is like the days right now where Noah was putting the finishing touches on the ark before the flood came. That's how I think That's how I feel, and that's the conversations Abba's been having with me, and that's my understanding. I've had other ministries come to me and say, oh no, Holly, the trumpets are sounding. No, they're not. I haven't heard them. Everybody's just fine. Everybody's just fine. I mean, look at this COVID crap. If it were really a real bacterial infection and a real pandemic, we would have literally been stepping over dead bodies. None of us have stepped over a dead body at any point in time. So when you find yourself stepping over dead bodies, we're in tribulation. And that's what's coming to us. We got 7 years of tribulation, and it's not going to be easy. I know you guys are going to disagree, and if you do, that's fine. Obviously, that's fine. I really don't care, honestly, because I listen to my shepherd, and I know and trust that he will tell me what I need to know, like he's currently doing. I don't pay attention to man. I don't pay attention to man's timelines. I pay attention to him. I don't run to and fro to different ministries to have them tell me about prophecy, when so far Heavenly Abba's had no problem telling me directly himself. And if I have a question, I have the Bible, and the Bible answers my questions on prophecy. There is no way at this point in time I'm going to listen to any human or any angel or anybody or anything. I will not be listening to you guys. You guys are all flawed, finite, and you're all screwed up in the head as it is, just like myself. I'm going to listen to my shepherd because he knows what he's talking about. These theologians and scholars and everything else, oh no, Holly, that's not what the seal means on your forehead. And meanwhile, Heavenly Abba's saying, yeah, Holly, you're one of the 144,000 seals. That's not Ezekiel 9 seal on your forehead. That's my seal on your forehead, Hol, so that you're not harmed. But famous people and theologians and scholars and ministries and churches all want to say that that's Ezekiel 9 seal. But Abba's saying, no, it's not, Holly. That is Revelation 7:3, and that is Revelation 9:4. And when the locusts come out, they are not to harm you, Holly. That's the seal you have on your head. So now tell me, do I stop listening to him and listen to these theologians and scholars tell me what God is telling me? Or do I listen to what God is telling me tell me? I'm going with Abba. I'm banking on him. He told me that that seal has to do with the 144,000. Then that seal he gave me, I will believe him. And I will believe that that has to do with the 144,000. It's just like with all these ministries, right? I draw the 7th trumpet and two resurrections. Well, they take the 7th trumpet being sounded and go, and now, Holly, that's the pre-trib rapture. No, it's not. Abba's telling me there's no rapture. He's telling me that's the 7th trumpet. Here's the 2 resurrections. What are you talking about? I know what he's talking about, but what are you talking about? See, that's why I like this period of time right now, is because I'm building my esteem and my confidence. I'm not letting any humans take it away from me. I'm not letting humans steal Abba empowering me. And that's all these humans have done to me over the past 7 years. And I'm done. I'm done listening to humans. I'm only listening to him. He says tribulation is 7 years long. It's 7 years long. He says it didn't start yet. The seals haven't opened. The trumpets haven't sounded. Well, then I'm listening to him. They haven't yet. I listen to human beings and I get more twisted up, more confused. I get distraught. I get discouraged. I feel despair. I listen to him. And I've got nothing but smooth and sailing waters, and everything makes sense. The Bible makes sense. Brooke, you and I got to talk more, because you know what, Brooke? I'm misunderstanding you. Oh, Brooke, I'm sorry. No, like, I want to know when it starts. Like, what year is it going to start? I'm scared that he's going to tell me it's going to start now. like what? The Bible code searchers found March 2021 that the tribulation started. When I heard when I heard that, I was like, I honestly said to the Bible code searchers who found that tribulation started March 2021, I said to them, I said, honestly, I'm surprised we even made it this far. I'm surprised we even made it this far. Guys, I think we're... He's still around? Richie from Boston? Yeah, we know about the food shortages. I stopped watching Richie from Boston when he got up and he starts going, it was me. It was me that exposed COVID. It was me. It was me. I did it. I told you what was going to happen. I exposed this whole thing to begin with. No, you didn't, Richie, because I don't fucking follow you. I follow everybody else but you. I have found too many holes in what you say. And no, you weren't the first. I know a woman out there who was speaking about it long before you were, Richie. You don't have my vote. You seem like you're an all-right dude. Who knows? But you've made too many mistakes. And I'm not sure that he's saved to Yeshua to begin with. So I tend not to listen to Richie. You ever listen to Richie from Boston preach about God? He sounds like he's spewing New Age. Total New Age garbage. And that's why I stopped listening to him. Because he spews that New Age. And I'm like, if you can't get Yeshua right, there's nothing that makes me think you're going to get anything else right. And when I saw him taking credit for COVID as if he was the front runner, it's like, nah, dude. I can name 5 more people that exposed this long before you did. I love you, Brooke. I really want to talk to you, Brooke, because sometimes, like with the MK Ultra, when I read things, I misunderstand things, and it's like, and then I go back and I read things, Brooke, and then the words go back to their normal position. And then it's like, oh, so that's what they were saying, and I hate that. Yeah, Brooke, Jamie's noggin needs rewiring just like mine. Man, talk about personality quirks, Babu. My personality is riddled with quirks. I'm surprised anybody wants to be my friend. Really? If you were to ask me right now to say one good thing about myself, well, that would be easy because I got you guys, I got Keeper and Seva. But if you say, okay, Holly, you can't say your friends, you can't say Keeper, you can't say Seva, name one good thing about yourself. There's not one good thing about me that I could name. There is nothing good. There's nothing good to me. Well, Yeshua, Keeper, Seva, you guys, but after that, you know what I did as a super soldier? You know the rotten things I did to people? I was talking with my altar yesterday. I call her Bat. Because there's an altar that's specifically named Death. But then there's this other altar or tiers that's named Bat. And you know what the Death Bat is, right? You all have seen Overkill, that heavy metal band that's got like the skull with the bat wings on it. That's the Death Bat. Well, I was talking to Bat yesterday. And I was asking her stuff. And I was asking her about assassination attempts. I asked her, I said, you know, there's another super soldier that I remember being trafficked with, and I've listened to their testimony, and this other super soldier from Black Ops said that he was involved in like home invasions and stuff like that. And I asked this other altar back if she was involved in stuff like that. I asked her if she left that other soldier from Black Operations, like if she played dirty jokes on him and instead of taking him home, did she leave him somewhere else? Not at home, but like in a different state or something. Like, I was asking my altar if I did bad stuff to people. I think I treated the other kids all right. I don't think that I treated my targets nice though. No, they're not coming for me. There's my pretty girl. Can you see her? So, I asked my altars too. I'm like, why do you keep saying that you failed these assassination attempts when you were sent on? When why do you keep saying that you failed these assassination attempts that you went on when your commander says you were successful with them? Why do you say that? She wouldn't answer me. Like, I asked her, why do you say that you failed these different missions and assignments you were sent on when you didn't fail them? Why do you lie to me? Why do you lie to everybody else? Why don't you just be honest and say that when you were sent out on these assassination attempts, you came home successful? Why don't you say that? Why do you say that you failed? Because that's not what your team says. Your team says you hit your target. I don't have an answer. You know what I hated about Germantown, Maryland? I have to learn coping skills, man. You got that right, Babu. Is that what it is? I know I've been programmed, but I didn't know. Aw, come on. I hope she doesn't do that anymore. I repent, Yeshua. Please just have her tell me the truth. She doesn't have to lie anymore. But yeah, she always says she failed these different missions. Every single time. Every single time she says, no, we failed them. No, we failed them. Can't do anything with that. I know you didn't fail. Because that's not what Commander says. The other thing, Maryland. I hated being in Maryland. You know why, Brooke? Circle 9. You know, when I was an active super soldier, they'd always give me a card. It was like a calling card. So when I'd see their card, I knew that they were beckoning me. And what I didn't like is being in Maryland during that time. I felt very insecure because I was right near. I was within minutes of where I would have to show up when they called me. She can tell the truth. There's a program to break in prayer. Okay. Thanks, Brooke. Thanks, Brooke. I don't feel like she's intentionally trying to lie to me. It's not like it's an intentional thing. It's just she's not being honest. Because I know she didn't fail those assassination attempts. You just got it? I, oh no. There's something else I had to say and I just forget. I know, I just went through. Really? You're amazing, Brooke. You're amazing, Brooke. Hey, listen, when she... I have no problem with her being like that to plastic Christians or that pastor that I had to deal with. God is good. God is good. God is good. I didn't care when she wasn't truthful with that pastor, those plastic Christians that were handling me. And Marilyn, I was like, you can tell him whatever you want for all I care. Really, 2 days ago. Because I didn't want to open up to those people anyway. Here, I'll show you. Because I don't want to sit in my car all morning. But sometimes when I wake up, I know I got to take her out. But then after that, I don't want to sit in front of my computer. Like, I want to be out. You coming with me, right? I want to show you something real quick. Oh, it would help if I put it in reverse. Maybe even yesterday, Holly helped me figure it out. He's so smart. All praise, love, and glory to you, Dave Afe, for Yeshua. Right? He is so smart. And the thing is he makes things so easy, like with, I'm sorry? No, they're open. I was just in there a little bit. The door on the side right there? Oh, okay. No, it's okay. Hang on. She's all twisted up. Stop. Boy, this place is starting to sound like an inner city. No, you stay. You stay. Uh-oh, something bad is happening. Yeah. Nice, right? Untrigger, yes. Project Untrigger, absolutely. I've been telling everybody about how you've been helping me. Well, what he's been doing, and then because I've used some of your work in this. Well, I've used you in this. Like, you've helped me with this, Brooke. But with you give me pieces, and then he gives me a piece. It's like with you and your book, Brooke, I wouldn't be able to do this project on Trigger. And you've given me so many ideas. Not to point at you, I'm sorry, honey. Project Untrigger. I keep telling people, I'm like, you got to talk to Brooke. I'm like, here's my piece of Project Untrigger. Now you got to get Brooke, and you have to read Brooke's book. See, that's the other key part of this, Brooke. For Project Untrigger, it's your book that I need for this. So he's giving me the Bible passages and you're giving me the spiritual warfare. This is the balloon festival right here. You see this? This is what I was telling you guys about. I'm going to show you. See, they have a balloon festival here every year, right? They just had a balloon festival here. And when the balloon festival is over, they put up another sign saying when next year that they're coming back, right? Oh, Babu, it's not Solberg. I know Solberg. I'm laughing because there was always a rivalry between Denny and Solberg Airport. And every time I went to Solberg Airport, it's not that I broke in, but I got in for free. Well, anyway, here, where they throw one of the balloon festivals, they didn't put up a sign for next year, 2022, when they come back. Now, I'm not basing everything on a literal sign. I'm just trying to say that last year, for some reason, when I'd asked Abba, will the tribulation start now? He had given me a sign, so to speak. And the sign he gave me, when I received that sign, I was here. I thought, wow, okay, so we'll have another year until August 2021. Well, here we are, September 2021. I got to ask Heavenly Abba to give me a sign. Is it yes or is it no? When is the tribulation going to start? But it's here. Like that I was trying to tell you about. Oh, I pray for you boys in blue. I pray for police. I pray for EMT, paramedics, and Good Samaritans in Yeshua's name. And I pray for the people they're helping. But I need you, Brooke, and your book. That's like a vital key. But in Project Untrigger, he's also teaching me the Bible at the same rate. I can't take all the credit for Project Untrigger. I really can't, because it was someone else whose name I can't use. But it was someone else that gave me that piece. They're like, Holly, Thoth Moses. And the person started talking about Thoth Moses. And I kid you not, for years, I kept passing this person off. And finally I stopped and listened to this person. And when I stopped, because they're into Saturnalia, I'm into Yeshua, I think, if I'm saying it right. So, but when I stopped and I gave Thoth Moses a chance, I discovered that Thoth Moses was the same Moses of the Bible. But that is the only time that the Holy Bible connects with Egyptian or Egyptology. Because of Moses. I don't believe anything that's inscribed on the Egyptian pyramids about God and Jesus. I don't. That's all fallen angel and deity stuff. But for Moses, man. And then your prayers, Brooke. I think it was your prayers that I was praying with you, Brooke, where my altar stood up. I was on the phone with you. On WhatsApp, I think, and my altar stood up, and in the middle of my kitchen, she took off her headdress, she took off all the Egyptian garb, the Egyptian dress, she took off the makeup, she took off the jewelry, she took off all of that, she put on regular clothes. For 7 years, man, for 7 years with the IBIS programming, I have fought that tooth and nail. He didn't even see me. My friend owns a Raptor truck. For you men out there, you know what those Raptor trucks are, right? Yeah, a toy that I want too. But yeah, that IBIS programming, Brooke, was no joke. With the Egyptian principles, I kept raising myself up above Yeshua. Praise be to Abba for Yeshua HaMashiach. Theta. Safi gave me Theta. She said it was psychic programming. So that's when I ran to get Jeremiah, a real deal prophet, right? Layman's terms, we'll say psychic. But that's when I found Jeremiah. And I said, Heavenly Abba, please have Jeremiah show me a way out of this pre-tribulation rapture stuff, because I think it's getting to me. So if Theta programming is a psychic or psychic programming, then let me go find your psychic, Heavenly Abba. He's always running for his life because people are trying to murder him. And he asks Abba, I don't want to pray for those people trying to murder me. And Abba says, you don't pray for them and your descendants. And then Jeremiah talks about a second Exodus. Here's the other place. Thanks to Shield Maiden, I believe it was. Because Abba was always pulling my eyes to the Lady and the Dragon and the 144,000 seals. And Brooke, I don't know if you remember, but going back 5 years ago, when you and I first met, the first thing out of my mouth was, are you one of the seals, or are you one of the 144,000? Because he kept drawing my eyes to the 144,000, but he kept drawing it to Lady and the Dragon. You know, the lady, that's the Virgo constellation. She's got Leo above her and then 3 planets. Well, in that too, it talks about a second Exodus where Heavenly Abba, we run out to the desert and he protects us for 3.5 years. Right? So now, ooh, we got rid of all that psychic stuff. Hang on 1 second, guys. Hang on. Hang on. Hey, sweetheart. Good to see you. I love her. I love that woman. One day I want to buy her flowers. I want to buy her purple roses. One day, if I ever get money. Hang on. Let me see. I'm parked in here straight. I am, but I got to get her out, so... I also got to put my bumper back in. Remember, Babu? I took my bumper off. Yeah, I got to fix it. Apparently, I'm going to be a manly man and do my manly chores myself. So I got rid of all that, because you know how they got psychics nowadays? Self-elected and I'm going to sit here for a minute so I can finish talking to you guys. You turned 40 this year, oh my God! The big 4-0! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, I want to celebrate your party, your birthday. Parting the Red Sea kind of. Yeah, that's what it feels like for me too, Brooke. Good morning, Erin. How are you, sweetheart? It's good to see you, honey. I'm documenting prayer reasons, so... for persecution